todos e boa noite. Mi nome é Ty Bottomley e vamos estar falando com você sobre os aspectos da cultura e da língua do Brasil. For those of you who don't know, that was Portuguese for hello everybody and good evening. My name is Ty Bottomley, and right now we are going to be speaking to you about the culture and various language aspects of Brazil. Now, before I begin, I want to make one note. You will hear me refer to Brazil as Brasil in this presentation. The reason for this is simple. My aspect of this entire presentation is language, and I want to get it right. The people of Brazil call that country Brasil. Americans have changed it to Brazil just to make it a little bit easier for us to pronounce. So I'm going to be trying to stay correct for the country. That being said, I shall begin. The first thing you should know are the various languages of Brazil, and this is the outline. Now, Brazil has many languages, but its main language is Portuguese. However, this Portuguese is slightly different to that spoken in Portugal, and this is for two reasons. The first is because Brazil, or Brasil as I should say, has avoided Portugal's French influence. A while ago, about in the 15 to 1600s, French invaded Portugal and, well, they influenced it. But it was basically the French people started speaking some Portuguese and the Portuguese people started speaking French, and the language sort of mixed together a little bit and changed Portuguese a little bit. The other aspect that causes Brazil's Portuguese to be different from that in Portugal is the many different immigrants in Brazil. Now, whenever a country has many immigrants, the language changes slightly based on the language that those immigrants speak. It doesn't change it drastically, and you can still understand it. But those minor aspects and a few different words will be developed and changed to sort of mirror how those people used to speak. Now, Portuguese is not the only language of Brazil, though it is the only one used in news broadcasts, schools, and almost everything else. Brazil has approximately 209 other languages. That's right, 209. The main one spoken in Brazil, aside from Portuguese obviously, is German. This is mostly because of the large number of German immigrants who fled to Brazil during the World Wars. That's just how it happened. Now, among the languages spoken in Brazil are Apalai, Herrera, Boro, Guarani, Kangan, Terena, Tucano, Japanese, and Italian. I decided to end with ones that I could actually pronounce. And like I said, those spoken in there are because of the immigrants and because of the people who have been native to Brazil before the 1500s when it was overtaken by the Portuguese. Now, there are two languages that one should know when going to Brazil. That would be Portuguese and Spanish. Now, with a little bit of difficulty, if you speak Portuguese, you will understand what everybody is saying in Brazil. It won't be perfect, but you will understand what they are saying. And it's very useful for being able to communicate with the people and understanding what they're saying, obviously. The second language you should know is Spanish. And you should know Spanish, sorry, I'm trying to use my outline here. You should know Spanish because of Brazil's neighboring countries. Almost all of them are Spanish-speaking countries. Because of this, the people of Brazil have managed to understand Spanish and try to keep up with it so that they know how their neighbors are speaking to them. All that being said, the reason one should go to Brazil and know these languages, obviously, is to communicate better with them, which is the whole point of this presentation. So, now I will move it on to the next person in our presentation to speak to you more about the communication aspects of Brazil.